Mount Vernon was George Washington's home throughout his entire adult life. He spent more than 45 years creating and recreating the estate. Although his public persona is well documented, his inner self is not. To understand the personality and perspectives of our nation's first president, you need to walk in his gardens. If there's one place that brings George Washington to life, it's Mount Vernon. While much has been written about the house and other structures on the property, it's in the gardens that we come to know his thoughts and character. Although the gardens, sweeping lawns, and inviting paths seem natural, they were all carefully planned. Washington oversaw every design detail, even when he was hundreds of miles away, fighting and winning the Revolutionary War. Washington's Gardens at Mount Vernon, Landscape of the Inner Man, by Mac Griswold, presents a vivid picture of the man who saw himself as a pioneer farmer. It reveals the gardener who transformed an 8,000-acre estate into 5 farms, and introduces us to the planter and patriot whose character is writ large in the estate he loved so much. The book chronicles the parallel of Mount Vernon's evolution as a working farm and that of its designer's own political leanings. Ultimately, the two coalesce, with his gardens becoming what he wanted his new country to be, a place where freedom, pleasure, beauty, and order reign. Founding Gardeners, The Revolutionary Generation, Nature, and the Shaping of the American Nation by Andrea Wolfe offers a look at our founding fathers from the perspective of their lives as gardeners, plant hobbyists, and farmers. When Washington left Mount Vernon in 1775, he was a wealthy colonist with ties to British elite, and his garden reflected those values. When he returned 8 years later, his recreation of the property represented a commitment to democratic ideals. He reshaped his gardens, created new lawns, and even realigned several roads. Using native species of trees, his plantings combined order and chaos in a layout that looked westward to America's future. Touring this beautifully cultivated estate, visitors can appreciate Washington's sentiment that agriculture is not only the noblest occupation, it is the foundation of democracy. For an in-depth understanding of Washington's campaign to build a perfect Mount Vernon, read George Washington's Mount Vernon, At Home in Revolutionary America by Robert and Lee Dalzell. And to introduce young readers to the home of our nation's first president, check out Mount Vernon by Andrew Santella.